All right, batting cleanup. Shannon, heading back to the Midwest.
I don't know if I can top that. That was impressive. I don't know if this is even fair, Javier. I don't know what I was getting myself into after that.
Hey, everyone's killing it today. No, go ahead. Why don't you bring us home, and then we'll open up the roadmap and show some stuff. Take it
great.
away.
Thank you again for having me here. Again, I'm Shannon DeVon. I'm the Director of Virtual Design and Construction at Shiel Sexton. I don't have that detailed of a project to kind of leverage, but I'm going to kind of talk about who we are, why we decided to go with Shiel or with cmBuilder, and then kind of just show how we've started to get into it. So again, I've been in construction for 23 plus years. I grew up in construction, went to Purdue, like Javier said. Most of my life in construction has been in the pre-con side. I am the director here, so I've kind of been in VDC for 15 plus years. I've kind of seen all the bells and whistles of all the tools out there for use. Most of our construction here at Shiel Sexton is in the Midwest area, mostly in Indiana. We focus on hospitals, offices, labs, industrial, K-12, retail, hotels, vertical construction, arenas, sporting events, that kind of thing. We are an ESOP, which is a great feature to have at a company, and we're about $550 million a year in revenue as a GC and CM. I've seen a lot of different tools. I typically don't get behind a software vendor, so Javier, thank you for talking me into it. But with what cmBuilder has done and how they're reacting to the market and with the tool set that they have out here right now, it was hard not to accept Javier's invitation to do this. He's put together a great team. We've worked with Cal and Pedro and others over there. So I just want to say thank you for continuing to push construction technology in the right direction and doing it the correct way. I'm sure a lot of you online have seen other tools out there that, say one thing, and then really when it gets into it, when you start asking for help and improvements, it just doesn't quite get there, or they say it's on the list and the list is however long, right? So again, I just wanted to say a quick thank you for what you're doing. My department here, there's only 5 of us here, so I'm sure you guys online, or maybe not, I don't know who's online right now, but if you're considering getting into cmBuilder, I've looked at a lot of different project planning tools, animation tools. Really the tried and true we've used here internally is Navisworks, Timeliner. And then as far as site logistics by itself, it's just getting everything into Google Earth via SketchUp and Revit. So I really like what you guys have done with the SaaS platform. It's an easy entry level for maybe non-BIM people, if you will. I'm sure there's a lot of BIM people here. We have a lot of excited superintendents here that have really wanted to engage on the platform and get into it and own the project planning process with little to minimal help from either us or really the cmBuilder team. They've really just kind of owned the job and got in there and just figured it out. And it's an easy platform to figure out. It really is, just like anything. The more you do it, the better you're going to get at anything. But really, that's kind of where we're at. We're a full BIM service team here. We leverage all of the bells and whistles that everybody else has mentioned: 360 photos, drones, scanning. So really, we have a solid team here to help support that. We will obviously engage in getting into, the cmBuilder platform as well, and being that strong resource internally. But just kind of giving you a quick shout out and how us as a mid-sized company has really kind of seen the light and kind of jumped on board with the platform. With that being said, kind of getting into it. Let me share my screen here. So really, we've just kind of got into it. We've really just started getting into project planning. Most of our jobs are at the pre-con or very early stages of project construction, site construction. So really getting into it, understanding the flow of pedestrian traffic. This is on a college campus in downtown Indianapolis, and really there's a heavy pedestrian area. So really this kind of, on this project, we focused in on really just making sure we had site control barriers in place to help minimize student activity around the site as much as possible. So again, just kind of going through, showing traffic flow, how we're going to barricade, how we're going to enter construction traffic, how it's going to leave the site, and just really getting that initial project planning in here, showing the owner the flow of how we plan on protecting the site. Really, and I really like the easy use of this and just being able to have the flexibility. The moving parts and pieces are the, you know, the Hollywood BIM that really kind of sets this apart from a lot of the other things. If you've done a lot of Navisworks, which I've spent a lot of time in Navisworks, you really don't have these bells and whistles, and this really kind of brings the tool to light here. Really kind of just showing more than just a still image, like everyone said, you know, pictures worth 1,000 words, right? So really just kind of getting through here and really showing the different parts and pieces of how we plan on really kind of constructing this project. This is going to be a 15-story mixed use classroom and dorm for the new Purdue Indianapolis campus, which is split off from IUPUI, which is University or Indiana University, Purdue University, Indianapolis. So they've kind of gone two different ways there. They split and they've created two separate campuses here. So this is really Purdue's first building on the campus here. So really just kind of getting in here, showing how we're going to protect everything. I did not take this nearly as to the level as you've seen some of these others here. We're not quite there yet. We're getting there. But really, it's been really exciting just to see some of our other superintendents really wanting to see the resources and the ease of access to actual parts and pieces that are going to be the tools and the resources being used to create the project and build the project. You know, seeing the pumps and getting the concrete trucks in here and all the different parts and pieces, seeing the radiuses, being able to understand if it's going to actually work with the tools being, you know, or the pieces of equipment being requested, has been a huge gain for us in the confidence builder that our superintendents are really excited about. And really, that's kind of why we've really jumped on board with this platform. And we're excited to see, you know, how far we can take this. You know, these webinars here, just seeing how everybody else has leveraged it has gotten me going with a lot of different ideas. So I appreciate the opportunity to speak. I really don't have much more to show. I don't think I can outdo what has already been shown. But again, that's kind of our story. You know, we're not even a year into the platform, and we're looking forward to what lies ahead with it.
That's great. Thank you, Shannon. Time to value, right? That's always something we talk about. So it's great your team just latched onto this and growing, and some great use cases. I also like from the product perspective, you can see just you're using the textures on zones and making it pop in the presentation. I know you whipped up that Revit model in no time and just dumped it in there to be able to build out. So the speed and time to value is fantastic. So thank you for your presentation.